All right, be honest. Did you have a goal one day, maybe one day this week, for you to call like maybe 20 calls in one day, and you ended up instead organizing your sock drawer or researching vacation homes in Portugal? I've been there. No, the truth is, you don't have a lead gen problem. You're not having a problem generating leads. You're having a problem of somebody's not watching you problem. That is the problem that you have. And in this video, I am going to tell you why it is so important for you to have an accountability partner. And no, that does not mean your dog, because your dog doesn't care about your gross commission income, but I do. So let's get started. My name is Chris Stafford, and I've been selling real estate in San Francisco for over 30 years. And I'm still in the trenches right now selling real estate. I also have the Listing Collective. I've been coaching real estate agents, specifically listing agents, for over 10 years using my micro momentum marketing system. And I have to tell you, I think that the most important thing to be that all real estate agents have to do is they have to have accountability. Let me tell you, I think it's super important to have accountability for a variety of reasons. And if you're not being held accountable for, then you're not going to 10x your business. It's as simple as that. I can tell you right now that if, number one, you won't have the consistency in your business. It's as simple as that. You're not going to be doing things consistently because you're not going to have the pressure. If you have an accountability partner, that person is going to be pushing you to be consistent. And if you're meeting with your accountability partner on a weekly basis, you're going to try to make those 20 calls per day. I mean, it's as simple as that. I think that you're also going to be more focused when it comes to goal setting. You're going to have specific goals on what you're going to have to do every single day and every single week. And I think that you're going to have better time management. It's very important from a time management standpoint because you're going to be really paying attention to the things that you need to be doing and not all the superfluous stuff that most of us do then when we think that we're being busy, and we're not really we're being busy, but we're not being productive as to what we should be doing. I think the two things also that are really important is really shared experiences, having an accountability partner for shared experiences and for support and encouragement. That is something that is very important. And also, if you have a good accountability partner, they're going to call you out. They're not going to let you just give you excuses. They're going to call and cut through your bullshit, and they're going to make you do what you have to do. That's what a good accountability partner is. And so in my experience, I have had accountability partners my whole life. And I have to tell you, it really has helped me in every aspect of my life. Not only do I have an accountability partner for my business, my real estate business in San Francisco, I have an accountability partner for my coaching business. I have an accountability partner for my finances. I have one for my workouts. I have one for my spiritual side. I have an accountability partner for really every area of my life. I think it is super important that you're being accountable to somebody else in some way, shape, or form. And it will lead to faster growth. It's as simple as that. You can't not really be more focused, grow faster when you have somebody that's breathing down your neck and really forcing you in a good way to do the things that you really need to do. And I think that from a performance tracking standpoint, you'll be able to generate your numbers better. You'll be able to set KPIs or key performance indicators that are going to help you really increase your business. So it is super important from an accountability standpoint that you are held accountable in every area of your life. But from a real estate perspective, be held accountable. When I first started off in real estate, I hired a coach that cost me at the time over $1,000 a month, which back 32 years ago was a ton of money. It was a lot of money. And I mean, it still is a lot of money. But I was paying this real estate coach $1,000. I had been in the business for 2 weeks, and the first thing he made me do is he made me check in with him every single week. On Friday afternoon, I had to check in with him and give him the Stafford report. And I had to tell him specifically how many calls did I make, who did I call, how many appointments did I get, how many appointments did I go on. And we just really went into detail with my KPIs and my performance indicators. So it was super, super important that I knew when Friday approached, I was sort of trembling a little bit because I knew that I had to report to him. And, when you're paying $1,000 a month, you want to report to him and you want to make this guy happy. Well, as a result, my business in the first year, I made over $100,000 my first year in real estate. I got my first deal. I got my first listing. Yeah, I think in 45 days, I closed it 30 days later, and I never looked back. And I thought not only hiring a coach was a real important thing, and if you need a coach, if you need somebody to kick you in the butt, go to my master class, my complimentary master pass. The link is down below. Check it out for sure. I'd love to work with you. But if you don't want to work with me, you don't want me to hold you accountable put your feet to the fire so that you're 10xing your business in the next year, 2 or 3, then find somebody that you can do the accountability with on your own. It could be your sales manager, for that matter. It could be another real estate agent in another marketplace. I mean, that doesn't cost any money, but you really have to be committed to it. And I find that if you're not really committed to it, it's really not going to work, because then you're just going to come up with BS excuses and you're not going to do the work that needs to be done. So there's so many benefits to being held accountable. And I think that I would almost go so far as to say that if you don't have an accountability partner, then it's going to take you a lot longer to rock your business. With an accountability partner, it's going to incent you, motivate you, and it is going to 2x, 3x, 10x your business over 1 year, 2 years, to 3 years. And that's what you want. You don't want to drag this thing out. So do me a favor, check out my complimentary masterclass below. I'd love to see you in that and take a few pointers. And if you're interested, book a call with me. But whatever you do, I implore you, please, 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 please get an accountability partner. Have a great day.